Hello, everybody, and welcome back to NAPP, Not a Professional Podcast, the show that hopefully won't put you to sleep despite what our name says. Jay's microphone is recording now. My name is Jared, I'm your host as always. With me, also as always, is Brad. Say hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
And, of course, Brad's cousin, our other host for today.
Jay.
It's Jay. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jared.
Hi, how's it going?
Going very good.
Does that mean we don't have a guest today?
No, Ollie.
Well,
will
once
be-
Ollie
have
gets
a
here.
guest.
Yeah, once Ollie gets here, he will be our guest.
It'll take a bit.
Now, you probably noticed that we sound a little bit different. I have my microphone, as always. Jay has the guest microphone, but Bradley actually has the other guest microphone, and he is sitting so far away from me because he is making a prom poster? Question mark?
doesn't end in an E.
Prom doesn't end in an E.
I'm writing the Invincible.
Oh, okay. I thought we were doing prom, question mark, instead of the Invincible logo, but
Yeah,
that
I
works.
am, but I forgot, so I'm writing the Invincible instead.
Nice. Invincible hashtag prom.
Not a problem. We'll be Invincible.
Thanks for reminding me. I'll restart now.
Thank you, Brad. Big
It's so
preach.
confusing watching you do an E.
I was just copying it.
Smart.
He's doing the Invincible logo, which, except for it's
prom.
going to say prom.
Yeah, which is pretty cute. I came up with that.
And it's also going to be super bloody because Omni-Man!
Omni Brad.
Omni. Brad, can you please beat up Ari or just yell at her? What will you have in 500 years?
All of you, Omni Brad.
Omni Brad.
Okay, so if you can't tell, the reason that Jay is on is because he's flippin' hilarious. We were at McDonald's and we had a different episode that will be released at a later date that we were gonna put out, but we were like, what if while Jay is here, we just made an episode?
Oh, yeah.
Because Jay is super funny and Brad is super funny and I'm probably funny, maybe.
You're pretty darn funny if you ask me.
So we figured the three of us together could do something pretty cool. And Jay, do you want to tell us what
No.
that is that we're going to be doing?
So we're coming up with different movie ideas because we were discussing the...
Disgusting.
we were discussing the 100 men versus one gorilla thing and how stupid it is.
No, we were discussing...
Oh, yeah, no, it was 1 billion lions
1 billion
in Pokemon.
lions versus Pokemon.
All the Pokemon would win so easy. Such a stupid... 1 billion lions wouldn't stand a chance.
So then I brought up who would win between a billion lions and all the Italian brainrot characters.
And realize that Tralaleo Tralala has a great chance against at least 1/3 of them.
But we also realized that the lions all have 1/1 billionth of a shoe on.
Yeah, so...
Okay, so here's the logic. Tralalelo Tralala
He has three shoes.
3 shoes. Now, as we know, as humans, all shoes come in
All
pairs.
shoes
Yeah,
have
all
a
of them
pair.
are in pairs.
Therefore, Tralalelo Tralala's 4th shoe is out there somewhere.
Yeah, because he's
And
just
therefore, all the lions are a hive mind because it's the shoe wars, right? So each lion
each
is
lion has
controlled by
one
big shoe.
billionth
Yeah, one
of a
shoe, and it's like, yeah, it's controlling them with its hive mind powers ability.
Now, the reason it's able to control them is because it split its pair into 1 billion pieces and
Yeah.
put it
on
little bit
all
of
the
each-
lions.
on
yeah.
each lion.
So Tralaleo Tralala has 3 shoes, but the Lions team has 2 shoes in total. So they're all looking for the 4th shoe as a MacGuffin type deal. So whoever gets the 4th shoe will win the war, which has been going on for centuries.
Because if Big Shoe gets the 4th, he'll be able to control Tralalelo Tralala and then be able to destroy the Italian brainrot army from the inside.
Exactly.
Okay, so Tralalero, I wasn't actually sure, so I had to look this up. But it's true, Tralalero, Tralala, is only in possession of 3 shoes.
He lost the 4th one at birth.
Is this true?
I believe so.
Yes.
I'm reading the wiki right now.
His dad was 5 shoes, and his mom was a shark.
What?
So he is the fastest sprinter on land and in sea.
And he has a powerful bite force that can take out any lion you see.
Now, how do we count in din 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 dun ma din 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 dun into this equation?
Who the freak?
But I've never heard of him.
He's a buff orange.
Okay, wait.
He's getting eaten by the lions.
Oh, Din do.
Oh, he's
Yeah, we have.
got at least
so
10
we
lions
have
under
the
his belt.
brainrot wiki pulled up right now.
Yeah.
Tong 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 tong.
How much do you think?
Patapim.
Yeah, how much do you think Bur Patapim could?
Berber Patapim, I think in real life is secretly. I think he has grow powers. Like since he's a tree, I bet he could grow to like 10, 12 feet and stomp on the line.
I watched his fight between Liri Larila, and it was a brutal battle, and he grew twice his size.
What's Liraila's power?
He's a cactus elephant.
Okay, so
who
actually,
rules the desert and time.
He rules
Patapim
time.
has actually never been seen. He's never been seen, but many have felt him.
What does that mean?
Does that mean he's like? Is he like Ant-Man where he can get so small that no one ever sees him, but when
That's
he's
genius.
needed in battle, he grows to like 15, 20 feet and steps on the line.
He's going to go into each lion, grow twice the size when he's in them, explode life from the inside
Dude,
out.
like the Thanos butthole theory.
Exactly, Thanos, Butthole, and Ant-Man. It's classic. It all ties back to the brainrot universe and how intense this battle will be.
Okay,
This
guys.
battle will be as good as Endgame.
The Italian
Endgame
Rot
who?
wiki is wild, and I'm gonna have to come back to that later. But that's not why we're here.
We're discussing our movie.
Yeah. So our movie basically follows the plot of Trollalero Trollala going around trying to find his fourth shoe because if the big shoe, what should we call the big shoe?
Brad call him Big Shoe, and I rock with that heavy.
Okay, let's call him Big Shoe then. So yeah, if
what
big
should we call the big shoe? Big shoe.
Smart guy.
very talented individual.
Kid's going places. Got a future in this.
So if Big Shoe finds Trollalero Trollala's shoe before Trollalero Trollala does, then that means that he can control Trollalero Trollala because, as we know, all shoes come in pairs.
And then the war will be,
Yeah, it won't matter.
the Big Shoe will win the war. Easily.
Yeah, easy.
And his army of 1 billion lions.
1 billion lions plus Trollalero Trollala.
Yeah, and Tralala Tralala is the leading force, leading general in all this.
Yeah.
Without Tralala Tralala, the rest of the Brainrot characters will,
Wither and
lose.
die. Yeah.
It's
Even though him and Bombadillo Crocodilo have...
yes, a eternal bond.
Yeah, they have beef, right?
Mhm.
Trollalero Trollala was... He got beaten in 2 rounds out of the 3 by Bombadillo Crocodilo.
Yes.
But I still think that Trollalero Trollala is the leader of the
Yes.
Italian Brainrot team.
Because the aquatic battle between those two, obvious winner. And the air battle, it was, of course, Bombadillo Crocodilo. The land battle ended up in a tie. So they are very equally matched in this scenario. But Tralala Tralala has won more battles in total. So I think he edges out Bombadillo Crocodilo with this.
Guys, if my grandparents or any adult listen to this, their brains are going to get fried. Listening to this episode of the podcast would kill a Victorian era child.
I don't think we give Victorian childs enough credit. They survived, like, the plague.
What if that's our next movie?
The Victorian child against the future of the Brainrot characters.
No, not just Brainrot characters.
The future.
It's all these people from the future coming back to test things on this Victorian child.
Yeah, and he just, whoops all their butts.
Yeah, like the villains are from the future. Like Elon Musk is in it, obviously.
Classic. He has become
And he
me.
tries to show the Victorian child like a Tesla AI robot, and the child just shrugs it off and punches the robot in
he
its
rips it in
robot
half.
face. Yeah.
That Victorian child is unmatched.
Well, it's because Arnold Schwarzenegger shows up earlier in the movie
of course.
and is like, I wonder if a bunch of steroids
Oh.
would kill a Victorian child. So he
Sure,
pumps
yes.
the child full of steroids,
But they just never
and the
leave the
child
system.
just, gets super swole.
So does Arnold Schwarzenegger travel back in time like in Terminator where he's all naked? So all the Victorian women will see his ding dong?
No, I think in this movie because if we have, we don't want naked Elon Musk in our movie,
No
right?
one does.
No one wants
You've
that.
seen his physique. It is horrifying.
Meatball shaped, to say the least.
To say the most.
So yeah, Who else would come back to the future and try and rag on this Victorian
Well,
child?
obviously
Marty
Michael J.
McFly.
Fox.
Wait, who did you say?
Marty McFly.
Michael J. Fox
Oh,
is the
yeah.
actor for Marty McFly.
Uh-huh.
Christopher Lloyd, if he's still alive, I think he is.
What would these guys be doing to the Victorian child?
Showing him. It's a great question. What would they be doing? Giving him one of those
I
red
almost said something
puffer vests.
vile.
Okay, so you said a couple other characters too. Who else would appear in, this movie?
So obviously Bill and Ted,
Yeah.
they bring a lot to the table. They're Beavis and Butthead, just more intellectual.
Mm-hmm.
And then, have you seen Beavis and Butthead do the universe?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well they have time traveling abilities technically in that, so I feel like they would
Okay.
be there too.
Do you think that older Scott Pilgrim
Oh,
would show up?
100%.
What would he do? Do you think?
Teach him how to play bass, but the Victorian child would just pick it up so easily. But the Victorian child, he was a lute player.
They
when he grew up.
have a bass battle like in
my
the
gosh.
movie between the twins and Scott Pilgrim.
Exactly.
Except for in this one, the Victorian child solos.
And he's not even vegan. That's like
Yeah, exactly.
crazy.
Oh, that's
stuff.
right. It's not.
yeah,
not
the twins, they do just the whole band.
yeah, they
battle.
do the battle of the bands. It's Todd Ingram versus Scott Pilgrim. How could I
Todd
forget?
Ingram. What happened to Todd Ingram after he got his vegan powers taken away? I want to know.
Well, in which one? Oh, he got sent to vegan prison.
Vegan prison?
Yeah,
Yeah.
vegan prison. But
That should be a movie.
in the
In the
TV show,
he becomes obsessed with
yeah,
Wallace Wells.
he becomes obsessed with Wallace.
So he turns gay.
Stops being a vegan, but then he gets his vegan edge back
Ooh.
because Ramona gives him a magical piece of broccoli during the final battle against even older Scott Pilgrim.
Classic.
Yeah.
I actually never finished the show. He just
Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah.
You didn't finish the show?
I did not finish. I got bored once Scott Pilgrim
What?
got kidnapped. I'm like, okay, I don't.
That's in the first episode.
I know. I
It's
watched the
such
first.
a good show. Oh my.
Should I finish it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll
We should
finish
all
it.
binge it sometime.
I've read all the books and I've watched the movie a bunch of times. Scott Pilgrim's the bomb.
The show might be my favorite.
Better than the books.
Yeah.
Books are so fun.
The books are awesome.
Oh, I beat the video game too.
Oh,
Fun
I
video
haven't.
game.
It's on my list. Anyways, we're not here to talk about
Yeah, Scott
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim's dumb,
We're here to talk about a Victorian child.
and how his brain would not get melted by the future.
Someone comes okay, wait, I have to look something else up.
Show him one Tool album, see how he handles it.
Who invented Monster Energy? Monster Energy drinks.
I chugged one
Okay.
of those last night. I was dying.
The Hanson Natural Company, which was founded
What person created it? I want no Hanson Natural Company. Natural.
it was Rodney Sacks.
So Rodney Sacks goes back with Bill and Ted because obviously they love Monster. So Bill and Ted with the princesses and Rodney Sack come back with a case.
Sacks.
Rodney Sacks come back with a case of the Monster, and then the Victorian
The Victorian
boy
child
on
drinks-
steroids. He chugs all of it, and now he's basically an adrenaline caffeine fueled beast.
Except for the end credit scene is him having like withdrawal symptoms, and he's just laying on the floor like twitching.
Yeah, that's what ends up killing him. Is withdrawals. Which
yeah,
I
it's
totally
not
get.
actually the caffeine; it's the fact that there's no more caffeine.
Exactly. He drinks most of the caffeine in the world. So what happens? The Victorian child, he steals Bill and Ted's time box thing.
Mhm.
He's in the future. Well, the present,
No, no.
technically.
I think that should be the sequel.
You're right.
He doesn't die from the caffeine withdrawals.
He just...
We just think he
thirsts
dies.
for it. And then he comes back somehow for more caffeine.
Mhm.
And then he finds adrenaline shots. Like... Ooh. I think we got a cinematic universe coming
What
along.
if we send him to the future where it's Fallout and we give him stim packs?
Oh my gosh. Hold on. This is genius.
So the Victorian child gets to go into the Fallout universe.
He has 20 EpiPens, 40 monsters, and 100 stim packs in his system. And he's running around
Just like
killing ghouls and
killing ghouls,
death claws.
killing super mutants, like anything that gets in his way. He doesn't even need a weapon, he just punches them. His
Yeah,
melee stats.
the Brotherhood of Steel is nothing, dude. Oh my gosh, that took a long time to get out.
This is the best movie ever.
I can't wait, dude. We should start filming now.
Yeah, we should.
After
Okay.
Brad done with his prom poster.
Here's the thing is we have to, because this isn't just like a backyard movie, right?
No, this is
this is like
Hollywood.
It's a big budget.
Big budget, yeah.
So who's playing all of our characters?
So Victorian boy, I'm thinking Jason Momoa.
Okay.
For the kid version. For the adult version, I'm not exactly sure for the sequel.
For the sequel. No, he's got to be a teenager in the sequel.
That's true. Okay, so Pilgrim Boy is Jason Momoa. Pilgrim Man, I'd say Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future fame. Obviously, Dr. Emmett Brown.
Yeah.
So
can we have like a mix of like the what's it called, Chip and Dale movie where there's a mix of live action and anime? So we have like Beavis and Butthead show up in animation.
Roger, like Mrs. Rabbit from Roger Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit comes in.
Yeah, Jessica
Rabbit. And she tries to seduce the not Pilgrim Boy, Victorian child. And he just tears through her, man. Cartoons are nothing to him.
Like literally punches through her, and she doesn't bleed or anything because she's a cartoon.
He pulls into Omni-Man. Oh.
Yeah, like Omni-Man. Does
Promni-Man?
Here's the question.
Promni-Man! Now that's our next movie.
Why? Because it's awesome.
This goes around asking girls to prom.
Okay, no, but I think that Jack Black has to play someone.
For sure. Jack Black, I'd say
He should play Jack Black.
Jack Black comes back with Beavis and Butthead.
And he's... The thing that he's trying to kill the Victorian child with is him saying chicken jockey.
Alright, who plays Rodney Sacks?
Can we get...
Let's go Michael Cera.
No, I want the guy who... Oh, what's his face? The guy who's... Oh.
What roles does he play? Let me seduce.
What up, fellow kids? Oh, how do you do, fellow...
Steve Buscemi?
Yeah, Steve Buscemi as Robert Sacks.
Perfect Rodney Sacks.
Rodney Sacks.
Good old me Sacks.
Don't underestimate Rodney Sacks' power, okay?
Oh, no, Rodney Sacks, he owns Monster Energy. He can send the Monster Bots to kill that Victorian child.
Steve Buscemi as Rodney Sacks.
Wait, Rodney Sacks actually fuels the Victorian boy more than anyone.
Yeah.
Except for the inventor of the EpiPen. What a dork.
The inventor of the EpiPen.
Just a bunch of adrenaline.
Who plays the Fallout Wait, okay, which Fallout game are we throwing him into?
The TV show.
Oh, the TV show.
I rocked that show.
Okay, show. Got it. Are there death claws in the TV show?
There's one.
There's one?
Yeah. And it is it's super cool. And there's this little lip monster. Mm-hmm. See? He could kick that guy's tush, brother. Oh my goodness.
I actually haven't watched the Fallout show much.
Oh, it's so good.
I need to watch it sometime.
Lucy's bad, dude. The main protagonist. Oh my gosh.
I have a wife. I just totally broke my own eardrums.
He just killed himself.
Okay, who else? What other actors do we want to throw in the mix?
Let me see.
Who could? Wait, I think that Chris Pratt should play No, Chris Pratt should play anyone who doesn't already have a role.
He's the rest of them.
Yes. Bill and Ted are both Chris Pratt.
Mario's Chris Pratt, obviously.
Yeah, we have Chris Pratt as Mario, Chris Pratt as Bill and Ted. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Brad, that's peak.
Brad, that is peak. It's so big. It's this big old poster that just says prom.
We're going to get a huge boombox, and we're going to
play written in pencil, by the way.
So it's like want to go to, and it's like bah, like in Invincible.
Like an Invincible title card.
Exactly. We're gonna play the music on a huge boombox for his lady. This is gonna be peak.
I'm so excited. Okay, next movie, Promni Man.
Promni Man. So
yeah, what's the plot of Promni Man?
I think it should be a short film.
Okay.
Promni Man is not a very
there's not a lot to go off of here.
Just Omni-Man asking girls out to prom.
So is this like the prequel to Invincible where we get to see...
Before he meets Debbie. He's a high schooler.
Yeah.
He's a high schooler on Viltrum. Asking ladies out to the Viltrum prom.
See, I don't actually know any of the Invincible lore, so I'm just
the only one here who knows. Alright, so should I just go off about Invincible?
No. I just want to hear about Promni
Man. Okay, so he's on Viltrum.
Yeah.
And Viltrum children are trained from a very young age to be perfect fighters, so all the girls are being trained to, be the best Viltrumite they can be.
Yeah, to kick other guys' butts.
And there's actually that's a spoiler. I'm not gonna say that for our dear viewers at home. Jaren Jarmusch over here.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So he's asking out these Viltrumites in training And he's already like he's one of the better Viltrumites because Omni-Man, obviously.
Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
everyone keeps turning him down because he's done the training. He's like,
Yeah, it's like they're all afraid of him.
exactly, like, no one wants to be his friend.
Yeah,
They send him off to do random quests, and the better he gets at it, the more scared they become.
because he's Promni-Man.
He's Promni-Man. He doesn't even get a real name.
That's his.
I don't even-
Just a purpose.
I don't even get a real name. Conquest. I have seen that clip.
He asks out Conquest, and Conquest says yes, but he realized he made a mistake. Because Conquest is unstable.
Oh yeah, mentally or just like
In general.
In total. And he's like
he
a
has
couple thousand years old.
he has Parkinson's, so he's like they try to dance and he's just like
That's how he lost his hand. That's why he has a metal hand. 'Cause
Brad
Omni-Man cut it
Ollie's
off
here.
At prom.
I would love to go answer the door, but
We're busy.
we are actually currently locked into the other side of this desk
We're doing a good job here.
because Brad reorganized his room, and so the small desk is where the big desk normally is, and the big desk is where the small desk usually is. So we're actually stuck back here, and we're
The
never
little
gonna get
desk
to leave.
that could. Yeah, we are like trying back here. We have to like climb under it.
Yeah, which I'm never doing. Ollie's gonna have to though.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's at your house.
Oh,
What a dork. Tell him to come to this one.
yeah, I'll text him and let him know. Anyways, what's our next movie idea?
Are you familiar with the Radiohead album The Bends?
I have heard some of it. Yeah, I mean, yes, I know.
So that is a CPR dummy on the cover. Am I correct?
yes.
Yes.
I just got CPR certified last week in my health class. And
too.
I think that last week? I thought yours was like a month ago.
No,
Yeah.
it was like second term.
Yeah, mine. I just got it.
Nice.
And I think it'd be interesting if some guy, not Promni-Man, but someone similar,
Mm-hmm.
not in power but in personality,
Mm-hmm.
fell in love with what they call mini Ann dolls. I think they call them that, which is weird. Mini Ann dolls.
Is that what they call the CPR dummies?
At least in my class, they were called mini Ann dolls. And I feel like this whole movie, he fell head over heels for mini Ann over here. And he wants to find Dr. Frankenstein to bring her to life.
Yeah.
Which is,
Is this Dr. Frankenstein from like the movies or from the books?
I actually never read the book of Frankenstein. I watched The Bride of Frankenstein in
I
my film
started
class.
it. It's
I
actually a great book.
I love the book Dr. Frankenstein. Can we say it's the book Dr. Frankenstein, but is it before or after he creates Frankenstein's monster?
I'll say after, just because I would never know to go to Frankenstein if he never knew it was
That's
fame.
true. So the current Dr. Frankenstein is like half frozen, and his heart is cold,
Yes.
and his only purpose in life is to kill the thing he created.
Exactly. And Igor, he's our like tour guide for our Promni-Man type.
Yeah. Who isn't Promni-Man? We should come up with... 1 second.
I think
Ollie's
Chris Pratt
calling
should be
me.
Promni-Man.
Hi, Ollie. You're on speaker.
Okay. So I went to your house.
Yeah, we're at Brad's house.
Okay. I don't know how to get to Brad's house.
It's like right
Brad,
next to
will
Jaren's
you-
house.
Will you text Ollie your address?
Yeah.
Just go outside and start jumping around,
Okay.
flailing
Brad will
around
text
until
it
he
to
sees you.
you. See you in a sec.
Okay.
Bye, Ollie.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What a cutie pie.
What a goober.
He should play Promni-Man.
Ollie as Promni-Man? So wait, we
It's a
never...
smash hit. We never casted Promni-Man.
Yeah.
So, you know,
So wait, he is asking out Conquest, right?
Conquest, he ends up, because she has no one else to ask out. So he goes for the gay option.
Okay. But they're
And-
not in love. They
No,
just-
it's like a friend thing.
Yeah.
But Conquest doesn't think about it like that. Conquest, he's looking for someone to settle down with.
But Omni-Man's a high schooler, so
Yes.
it doesn't work.
Omni-Man's only like a couple hundred years old, and Conquest over here's a couple thousand.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay.
So do we get Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the voice actor for Conquest, to play real Conquest? Or should we get Walter Jr. from the Breaking Bad series?
I want the guy who voices Omni-Man as Conquest.
We get J.K. Simmons as Conquest, and then Ollie as Promni-Man.
Yes.
But Ollie
Because
would have to cut his
because
hair, though. That'd be
we
so
want
heartbreaking.
Conquest to sound older.
Yeah.
You know?
Conquest should be an old guy.
And J.K. Simmons definitely sounds older than Ollie. So I think it works out.
should we replace Ollie as with the person who played Neiman in Whiplash? So we're back to J.K. Simmons and the guy from the Fantastic Four. What's his name?
I don't actually know.
I think we should stick with Ollie. That's a dumb idea.
Yeah, I agree. Your ideas are stupid. Love
Thank you
Jay.
for letting me grow, Jared. For showing me my errors.
The error of your ways.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so, I mean, any other ideas? We need to make a superhero movie. I
We
guess.
should.
Does
Well,
Victorian Child count as a superhero
It's
movie?
more like a super villain because the way he takes over the world for caffeine and adrenaline.
Wait, are we saying that Victorian Child is the reason that like the Great War in Fallout happens?
Yeah, he's the reason the bombs dropped.
Okay, so but because they're trying to stop the Victorian Child, so
So he just takes in that.
and he
radioactive energy.
takes it and then he just keeps other guys turn into ghouls and super mutants. Not Victorian Child. He stays a Victorian child.
He doesn't
or
change
a
at all.
Victorian teenager. I
The only
guess.
thing, the Victorian teenager, because the child's the first two movies. The third
Yeah.
movie is where he's a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that adrenaline and caffeine and
So wait,
Yeah.
can the third movie please be called Victorian Child 3: The Teen Years?
yes,
And the second one has to be
Ollie's here.
the second one has to be Victorian Child 2: Electric Boogaloo.
yes, and then Bane's in that one, so we can get the Venom formula.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Ollie, you have to crawl underneath the desk.
Mm-hmm.
You got this.
You've got this. Ollie's here, by the way. Did you know?
Ollie'sTheBomb.com.
Okay.
He is the
Here's the rough
bomb.com.
draft.
Say hi, Ollie. Into the mic, Ollie. You gotta say it in the mic.
Hi, Ollie, into the mic, Ollie.
Yeah, there you go.
What do you
Look
think?
at
That's
the
rad.
That's cool.
based on the awesome dance by Timpanogos High School
And handsome Bradley
one
Lowe.
sec. Okay. Anyways, so Victorian Child,
Yeah, banger idea.
banger idea. Ollie, we're talking about movie ideas. We're making movies.
Okay.
So, Jay, you have to show your mic.
Deal.
Yay!
Aw, so cute of you guys. Okay. So we were just talking about our movie series called Victorian Child,
Yeah,
which is where a Victorian child, because you know how there's always that joke of like, oh, this thing would kill a Victorian child.
I've never heard that joke.
Really? You've never
Yeah.
where it's
Cool,
like
continue.
where people are like a single monster energy would kill a Victorian child because it has so much caffeine.
Or it's like
Never
if
heard
you
it.
showed this meme to a Victorian child,
They would explode.
Oh, I think I've heard that one.
Yeah, so our idea centrals around a bunch of people from our current age going back in time to the Victorian age, and this crazy freaking Victorian child getting buffed out of his mind by all these different effects. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger comes back and gives him steroids, and he gets super beefed up on
You
that.
can also incorporate cowboys because the Victorian era and the cowboy era were the exact same time.
Okay,
So the Cowboys come and they try
interesting. That's good to
to
know.
hear the news of this.
Yeah.
These time travelers.
Like it's killing this Victorian child, but then it like
Actually, no. So the Victorian child doesn't die.
Oh,
That's the
doesn't it?
That's the
Oh.
thing.
I
Yeah.
see.
So what
He
happens
just takes
is
it.
this guy, Rodney Sacks,
Rodney said the inventor of Monster
the inventor
Energy
of Monster Energy.
gives him a 12-pack of
He-
Monster Energies.
Yeah, and this kid becomes addicted to caffeine, right?
And
So
Arnold Schwarzenegger gives him steroids.
he gives him steroids and he gets super jacked out of his mind. So this jacked kid, and then a bunch of other characters come back, like Bill and Ted. You know, who else?
Beavis
Jack
and Butthead.
Black as Jack Black.
Yeah, just him.
Lola Bunny,
Beavis and Butthead. No, it's not Lola
It was
Bunny.
Jessica
it's
Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit. They're
Yeah,
very
from
similar.
Who Framed Robert Rabbit. Exactly.
Roger Rabbit.
Robert. Sorry, Robert Sacks, and by that I mean Rodney Sacks. And then, so the sequel movie is called Victorian Child 2: Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah,
Obviously.
and he takes over current Earth.
Yeah.
He finds EpiPens and goes on a bunch of
Yeah,
adrenaline rushes.
He goes on, and then the third one is called Victorian Child 3: The Teenage Years, and that's where he enters. You know,
causes
Fallout,
a nuclear fallout.
Yeah, kind of.
the TV series and the video games.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, so he causes the bombs to drop because he's so loaded out of his mind on caffeine and EpiPens that he causes the nuclear war to happen. And then there's these things called stim packs in Fallout. And he starts taking a bunch of those and literally just starts punching through people because he's so... He's kind of like, you know how
he becomes Omni-Man.
Not led us to our second idea, Promny Man.
Promny Man.
Which is you're actually in it.
Yeah,
you
play
are
Promny Man.
I am Promny Man?
You're Promny Man.
What is Omni Man?
Do you know what Invincible is? This show
The
with
hit TV show.
I know of it. Yeah. I know
yeah.
of it.
So
Invincible's dad.
basically
Omni-Man is like the Superman of the world, but he kills people.
he's evil. He's
I see.
secretly evil. Okay.
Now, this is when Promny Man
Is on his home
is
planet
on his home
instead
planet
of Earth.
before he was killing people.
Yeah.
And he's trying to find a date to prom.
So he's
But
a
no
high
one's gonna-
schooler.
no one's saying
yeah,
yes.
because
And so I'm Promny Man?
Yes.
And the reason
How am I Promny Man?
we just cast you as Promny Man.
Yeah.
Oh, in the movie I'm
Yeah, yeah.
Promny Man.
Yeah,
You're
you
the
play
actor
Promny Man.
for
I
Promny
see,
Man.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
This is gonna kick off your acting career. This is gonna be big for you.
Exactly. This is your
Joey
leading
Tribbiani's
your big break.
break.
So anyways, we were just discussing before you got here an idea that Jay had about the Radiohead album The Bends, which features a CPR dummy
Yeah.
on the album cover.
Or
you
Promny
know?
Man, a type Promny Man person.
Yeah,
Falls in
not
love.
not actually Promny Man, but like a guy who's similar to Promny
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Falls
Jay
in love with a CPR dummy.
Yeah. So we were
And-
trying to figure out what the plot of that is.
Yeah.
So this is definitely like a rom-com type movie, right?
Mhm.
Oh wait. So here's what we decided so far is he falls in love with the CPR dummy and then finds Dr. Frankenstein so that he can bring the CPR dummy to life. But this is Dr. Frankenstein after he created Frankenstein's monster, which
Okay.
killed his whole family.
Okay.
So he's like bitter and cold-hearted and he doesn't want to do it. And who did you say was the guide to the world?
Oh, Igor.
Igor
Yeah.
from yeah. So Igor is kind of the guide to the world. So we're just trying to figure out like a basic plot of that right now.
Yeah. You should incorporate fire.
Fire.
There should be like
Fire.
a problematic scene with lots of fire.
They go to a
Okay.
campsite and
they go camping.
the Promny Man type person, he starts a fire and then our our CPR dummy is freaked out by it. Like they break up because of it. It's a huge thing.
Is this CPR dummy after she's been brought to life?
Yes, this is after he finally convinced.
She's like, I can't believe you would do this to me. You know, it's my life's favorite thing ever. Oh, my fire.
And she starts melting a little bit
Yeah.
Yeah.
because she's made of rubber.
Yeah, now she's eternally deformed by this fire. And she has to learn how to forgive our Promny Man type person. We should give Promny Man type person a name.
I agree. I think Tim.
Ollie. Tim?
Tim.
So Tim,
Oh, but
he's
the fire scene has to take place at Camp Jaren,
I Camp Jaren, which is Jaren's aunt's backyard.
which is where we went camping, and Ollie couldn't come with us.
She had bad grades.
Sorry.
Yeah, stupid bad grade Ollie.
What can I say?
So Tim has to study because he has bad grades.
Yeah.
To go to Camp Jaren.
Where his CPR dummy lover is waiting for him.
Yeah.
But then his mom won't let him go, so he sneaks out. But like something happens, maybe he trips over a can of gasoline, or like, I don't know, maybe he crashes his car and it sets a spark on it.
Yeah.
And basically the forest is on fire, and it's all
Tim's fault.
Tim's fault.
Tim's mom was right.
Yeah. Tim is just a big dumb idiot, and he should not have gone outside. Brad, I feel like you're not contributing as much to this as me and JR.
Yeah.
I might have to replace you.
Painting.
It does
Painting
look
on
really.
the table.
It does look really good,
I
actually.
don't care about this table. It's made out of plastic.
You know what else is made out of plastic?
Tim's girlfriend.
No, she's made of rubber.
You're right.
You know what else is massive?
Taper feet.
Classic.
Classic. Okay, so how does this movie end?
Good question.
So it ends.
So doesn't he ask out Conquest?
No, this is a
Promny
different.
Man. This is
This
Oh,
is-
isn't Promny Man.
No,
This is
this
Tim.
is a different. It features a Promny Man-like character.
Frankenstein's CPR dummy.
Yeah, what's the name of this movie?
Minnie Ann and Tim.
Minnie Ann and Tim.
call mini
CPR
animals.
and me.
Oh, I like that. Hold on.
Whoa,
Fire of
I'm
love.
holding, I'm holding.
Starring CPR.
Starring CPR Joey and Tim.
Take my breath away.
That's
Parent-
good. That's great.
Take my
Oh.
breath away in parentheses with fire.
With fire. And then it ends with Tim doing this huge act to prove his love.
Does it involve more fire or less fire?
So he has a candle, which he
Okay.
realized was a bad idea. But
Yeah, so he has like this. Maybe we have a montage scene where he's trying to come up with different like ways to get her back, but they all keep being fire related on accident.
yeah, he's just an idiot. And then he realizes he should become a fireman to win over her heart.
Yeah.
But he's so bad at being a fireman, he actually starts the fires.
Why did?
Like in Fahrenheit 451.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's a fireman.
Can we make him? Can we make him the guy from Apple? What's his name? Tim.
Apple?
Tim. What's the guy from Apple's name?
Tim
Robinson?
Cheese? Oh, Tim Cook?
Tim Cook.
the new CEO of Apple is Tim.
No. I just want Tim to be played by Tim Cook.
Oh, Tim Cook is Tim.
But he has to pretend like he's a high schooler.
He's like balding.
You can play it off like he was getting bullied in the first scene, and they shaved his head to be bald.
Oh
I like
yeah.
this.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
That's why Ollie's here.
And-
He's our idea man.
Yeah. Ollie's the brains behind the operation.
Or you could just not address the balding at all.
Yeah, just keep him bald. Like in Coneheads, where no one cares that they have Coneheads.
Yeah. Exactly. This is a good plan.
I'm excited about Take My Breath Away.
In parentheses with fire.
With fire.
See, I think the problem with like, you know how people are always like, I can't believe they expect us to believe that's a high schooler, like that's a 20-year-old man.
Wait, you could have a Benjamin Button kind of deal going too, where it's like
So Tim
he's
Cook's aging in
aging
reverse.
backwards, but then he like eventually just becomes like
The same age as
just
our
a
CPR
fetus,
dummy.
and then the CPR girl cries because she never forgave him, and she like has to live with her.
Ooh.
Okay, wait, no, I like that, but I feel like that should be a different movie.
A
that
different
should,
movie?
yeah, we need to make a separate
We should
movie
call
for
it The
that.
Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
That's a great idea.
I like this. See, that name has a nice ring to it. But my point before was, people are always like, he looks like that's not a high schooler. That's a 20-year-old man. I think the problem is they need to make like the solution, make him older.
Yeah, no, don't let actual high schoolers go to 90-year-olds.
Yeah, as old as you
Paraplegic.
can. Paraplegic. Okay, so our next movie is about a guy who
Has a Benjamin Button type
he has-
situation.
Yeah, our Benjamin Button type character.
Then everyone just hates this guy. He's a dick, dude. He's just such a mean dude.
Terrible, terrible man.
And then when he dies, there's like, I didn't forgive him, and they all love him. He's a hero after he dies.
Yeah.
Because,
Because he doesn't actually
all
die.
the
He just
old
becomes.
artists.
yeah, he
Well, okay. Here's the question though. He's aging backwards. Does this character age backwards the same way we age forwards? Like every time I age a year, does he age a year back?
Yes.
I believe so. Yeah.
Or does he
So
age
how did he
back?
we all
age in
meet in
the
the
first
middle.
place?
Does he age back at a faster rate? Because if he ages back faster, then the movie could end with him becoming the Big Bang. Because he goes back so far.
he turns into his ancestors.
Yeah, no, he goes back so far that everyone knows that we all came from the Big Bang, really. So he goes back so far past fetus, he becomes stardust, and then from that stardust he becomes an entire star, and then
I like
from
this.
there he goes into the Big Bang.
And
This
so
is
the
a great
entire
idea.
last 45 minutes of the movie are just like a space documentary. It's just like a
Neil
normal
deGrasse
movie.
Yeah,
and
no,
then
but-
he, just
but-
all of a sudden it's like snap, and then he turns into
Yes,
a-
but a reverse, because space documentaries always like to start at the beginning. What if we start at the current day and go backwards?
Exactly.
But the first 30 minutes in order to get their attention and like get them in the theater is a
Is-
rom-com of this Benjamin Button type character.
So David Attenborough's gonna
David Attenborough is
Yeah, he's
okay.
gonna talk about
What if
space.
David Attenborough plays the high schooler?
Yes. David
That's what, then
Attenborough
he
becomes
narrates his
a
own
star.
life, turning into the nickname.
Or who's the guy?
We're
Who's the
gonna
guy
call
who
this movie
voices?
Starboy.
Who's the guy?
Starboy.
Who's the guy who voices Kronk? I want him to play.
Patrick Warburton.
I want him to play the high schooler, and then
David Attenborough's the high schooler, and the guy who plays Kronk does the voiceover.
Yes.
When David Attenborough
That's a
is
good
star.
idea. Okay, I
He also
like
plays
that.
Joe Swanson in Family Guy.
Oh, and he
Just
plays
fun fact.
Lemony Snicket from A Series of Unfortunate Events, the TV show.
I thought that was the author.
No.
Well, yeah, but the guy who plays him is Patrick. What's his face?
Warburton.
Yeah, Warburton.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't play Patrick from SpongeBob. That's someone else. Never mind.
Do 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 do. Ollie, you played that at your show last night for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember who, but someone was taking too long.
Yeah. Okay, Ollie, this
It's
is
definitely Ash.
that reminds me of a good point. You know what a popular trope popular trope is
There it is.
for movies is like a battle of the bands type movie. Do you want to help us come up with something good
Brad
for
is
that?
filming something like that for our band.
Yeah, but my camera guy didn't show up to the show, and
Yeah.
so now I don't have a video of us playing.
Brad will
Bummer.
fail his film
That
class.
sucks. I
don't
didn't know
what
that.
to do.
That really sucks.
I hope someone took a video of us playing. Did
Yeah,
someone?
Junior has some videos. I
Yeah,
think.
Junior had some videos.
I'll just
And
use that.
Will's dad and my dad has some.
It won't be as good, but it's okay.
My
Cool.
dad got me doing the rap battle with Will.
That was fun.
That was peak.
Okay, so it's gonna be the Nickelback origin story.
I like
No, but well,
Jared,
okay, be
pause
excited if you want.
Jaron, pause it.
It's like the
Okay, wait, pause.
I do.
Sorry, Brad's mom came in.
What a nerd.
Alright,
What a
so
nerd.
about this
Imagine
Nickelback.
having a mom. But yeah,
This is
back
like
to
what-
Nickelback!
Do we get Keanu Reeves to play the villain in this story, similar to the Weezer?
No. I
documentary?
want Keanu Reeves to be Nickelback and
He's-
all the other band
He's
members.
Jonathan Nickelback. He plays all four of them.
yeah. So he's actually all the members.
Is Nickelback the name of a guy in the band?
I
or-
no, probably not.
No, they just aren't creative and suck.
Oh, got it. That makes sense.
My name is
like-
Jonathan.
My
Nickelback.
mom just texted and asked if Ollie found us. Did you find us?
I'm still looking.
Me too.
We'll see you soon. Ollie.
Cool. Okay, so it's gonna be the Nickelback origin story, and they're gonna come. It's kind of like the whole idea with Scientology, where like they come from whatever that thing from space is. Because like
How we're all
The
from
big
aliens?
spaghetti
yeah,
monster.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the Pastafarians?
What? That's what they're called?
Yes.
That's
They-
awesome.
It's gonna start as they grow up in this like Pastafarian community.
And they're the
Where
only
they all
humans.
believe that they're descended from the giant floating spaghetti monster.
They believe that they are Pastafarians, but they're actually the only real humans on the planet.
Yeah.
And they get discriminated from a very young age.
Yeah.
But so what they like don't realize is people are trying to pretend like they're good because like they want to make them feel good because it's kind of like Elf where they don't want him to know that he's a human. They don't
Yeah,
want
that
him to
makes
know he's
sense.
Human. So they're like, "Oh, you're so good," but humans are imperfect, and so that's why their band sucks so bad, and everyone else's bands are
Pastafarians
so
are all
good.
perfect. We know this.
If you-
Pastafarians are the perfect race.
If you don't know why I'm so excited about Nickelback, then you need to go back and listen to the first episode because it's kind of podcast lore at this point that I like Nickelback.
Big Nickelback guy over here.
Even if he didn't actually like Nickelback, he just has to play it off like he does.
Yeah, Nickelback is kind of the best. I love
Nickelback is my favorite band.
my favorite band too, right, Ollie?
Mm-hmm.
Ollie looks so pained when he had to say that. He looks like he wants to cry now. Okay, so it's a Nickelback origin story where they all grow up on the Pastafarian planet, where everyone else is.
planet.
Oh, I thought it.
Is
is
it
it
not?
just a society?
Oh yeah,
It's like a society here
they
on.
live in the center
here on
of
Earth.
the Earth.
Oh, so are Pastafarians aliens?
Or are they the original
They-
Earthlings?
Oh.
Oh, hold on. I think
We got to figure out how is Nickelback human?
yeah,
like
are they
what-
human or are they like half Pastafarian? That's why his hair
Well,
looks like that?
I think I think what happened is that the giant spaghetti monster in the sky brought some human babies like
Yes.
to the Pastafarian planet because he was like maybe they can learn to be as perfect as the Pastafarians.
I see. Yeah.
So it's all
It's
science
an experiment.
it's the giant spaghetti monsters experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is good. And so the giant spaghetti monster is like kind of just watching as the society crumbles and falls.
And so
these
I
Nickelbackians.
think that right before like the breaking point happens, the point of no return where Pastafarians can't recover, the giant spaghetti monster has to go in and like take Nickelback and wipe their memories and then put them on Earth.
Because that's actually what the photograph was. They somehow found a way to photograph the giant spaghetti
Of their
monster.
real father.
And so they were like, look at this photograph. And he was
Every time I do it makes me laugh.
because they're laughing at how funny looking he is because he's a spaghetti monster. And so
Yeah.
then they have to he has to erase their memory. I like this.
When my eye gets so red, what the heck's on Billy's head?
You know more words than just the first line?
This is my favorite. I don't remember anything past that.
That's funny.
Brad, thoughts on Nickelback?
Yeah, Brad, thoughts on Nickelback? He loves Nickelback.
Big Nickelback guy?
Pickle Nickelback.
Pickle Nickelback guy.
I like pickles.
Pickleback guy.
Pickleback. And that's the rival band that Keanu Reeves plays. He plays all of Pickleback.
No, Keanu. I think that Jack Black and Chris Pratt should be
They're
in Pickleback.
Kevin Hart
And-
is a singer.
Kevin Hart is the singer.
And they were raised by pickle monsters, not spaghetti monsters, and their mind wasn't erased. Because
So wait, no,
the pickles are very
It's
sloppy.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, Jack Black,
Of
Chris
course.
Pratt, and Kevin Hart
Obviously.
as Pickleback.
And they were raised, their god is Pickleus Cage.
Pickleus Cage, played by, of course, none other than
Tim Cook.
Robert Downey Jr. Tim Cook from Apple. I love this.
Naturally.
No, obviously.
Yeah, who else to play him?
This is so dumb. I love this. So,
Did we ever even tell Ollie that we're just making movies?
I
Did
think
he just come in
maybe.
and be like,
no. Yeah, we told you, right,
Yeah, I
that
think
we're
so.
Okay.
coming up with movies.
I caught on.
Yeah,
I caught on
eventually.
either way, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't expect you to.
The good thing is he
One
knows
of
now.
your people.
Oh. Okay.
Who let you in here?
Yeah.
Never mind.
A little bad grade non-Camp Jaren attender like you.
This guy hates camping.
alone.
This guy's a camp hater. He hates camping.
No, it's
He
not.
hates
No.
Jaren.
He's
No,
Camp Jaren special.
I love camping and Jaren. I love Jaren camping.
Do you like Camp Jaren?
I love Camp Jaren. I go there every summer.
It's
It's
classic.
my favorite. How long do you think we can survive out in the wilderness by ourselves?
In Camp
Us
Jaren.
four?
No, like we're like
Or just humans
so I think that Camp Jaren is not
long
so
time.
much I don't think that Camp Jaren is so much a place
Well, yeah.
as it is
A people.
a people, right?
So how long can
Yeah.
Camp Jaren
Camp-
last out in the wilderness?
Yeah, so if we as Camp Jaren, how many guys do you think would be in the ideal Camp Jaren?
So obviously us four, then Tyler, Hiram, Takeo,
yeah,
Takeo is he's a necessity.
Tim Cook,
obviously.
Tim Cook, obviously.
well, Takeo can fish.
Yeah,
and
Takeo-
exactly.
food source.
Takeo's gonna be the
And then
reason
Rodney
we survive.
Sacks can
Rodney-
supply us with Monster.
Rodney Sacks will give us the energy to keep going.
Then we all
Um,
fight the Victorian boy.
Okay, no, but for real, like we're planning Camp Jaren now.
Camp Jaren. So we're camping this month, right?
No, maybe probably at like the end of the
Yeah, like
month.
the 30th.
Yeah, 29th, I think.
29th, we're in the mountains.
Camp Jaren style,
Camp Jaren style.
straight up Jarening it. And who up in the mountains, straight up camping.
I'm Jaying my thing. That's
No
my
way.
favorite movie.
That's his line. Okay.
That was my one line in that movie.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll finish
I'm
planning.
Jaying it.
We'll finish
Cameo.
planning Camp Jaren.
Over to Jaren. To Jay.
To Jaying it.
Ooh, I'm Jaying it.
Wait, can we make like a camp, like summer camp style movie, but it's just Camp Jaren?
Did you guys watch Bunked as kids?
I did.
We should make Bunked type Disney Channel stuff.
I like it.
So there's a bunked type character as the main character.
So Bugs type character, we get Emma Xander and
Bugs type
Jorge.
Jorge, my favorite.
He was my favorite for sure.
He was peak. I actually like the little blonde kid. The skinny one. In like the earlier seasons.
I've only seen the first 2 seasons. I stopped watching once they...
No, maybe it was
Little blonde kid. Oh, he's in the 3rd season.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
sister
yeah.
watched that.
Yeah.
He's dumb.
That's why I like him.
Tim Cook should play him.
Tim Cook. Ollie, were you there when we decided the problem with, like, you know how people always complain about high school movies, the characters look too old?
No, he was the Benjamin Button guy. He came
Yeah.
up with Benjamin
Oh, that's
Button
right, that's right.
type character.
I forgot Benjamin Button type character. Okay, here's
putting
my
a Tim Cook type character into the Camp Sharon TV show.
yeah. So there's a Tim Cook type character. There's a Brad type character, obviously.
Played by
Tim Cook.
exactly.
There's an Ollie type character played by Chris Pratt. There's a Jay type character played by Chris Pratt.
And then
There's a Jaren type character played by Chris Pratt.
Iron's played by Jack Black though.
Yes.
Rodney Sacks, he just plays himself.
Rodney Sacks as camp director Rodney Sacks.
He's the camp counselor, Rodney
Yeah.
Sacks.
He is actually the direct descendant of Jaren,
He is
founder
Camp
of Camp
He's
Jaren.
Camp Jaren's great grandson.
Is Jaren's secret last name Sacks?
No, I think that Sacks,
His secret last name is Kemp, and he
yeah,
married a woman named Jaren.
yeah. So
What?
Married a woman named Jared.
And then he took
Yeah.
he took her first name.
So wait, his name was Jaren Camp?
His name was Rodney Sacks Kemp. And then he took it Rodney Sacks Camp Jaren.
Got it. Wait, Jaren's name was Rodney Sacks?
I'm actually not sure where we are right now.
Yeah, me neither.
Whatever happened to the Burger King? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
The Burger King.
The Burger King.
Oh yeah, the King.
The Burger King.
Like the guy from
They
the commercials?
Yes, he had like 4 video games.
No, like the guy on the plane.
Huh?
Whatever happened to that guy?
Get that guy off the plane. I hate this guy. I hate guys.
Oh.
Can I get a water?
Can I please
Can I
have
please
water?
have a water, please?
What did happen to him? You think he's in cahoots with a Victorian child?
This has by far been the funniest episode of all time. You missed it. You missed the Italian brain rot.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did we even tell you about that?
That was our
You
first
told me
movie.
on the phone.
Oh yeah, it was kind of fire.
It was peak.
It was awesome. So, okay, so in this camp, what happens in this Camp Jaren type movie?
All right, so we're up in the canyon at Camp Jaren, obviously.
with our
And
bunked, is the bunked type character the main character?
I'd say so, or the comic relief.
Yeah.
Those Disney
Okay.
Channel stuff.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. And then
Mhm.
is the Tim Cook type character the main character?
Tim Cook would be the main type character.
Okay.
So we're up in the canyon, and we're camping. We have no cabins because we're not rich
Yeah.
like Bunked was.
Yeah.
We're in our tents.
We're in
and
our
we make
tent.
fire with Mini Andal, the CPR
Yes.
dummy.
Yes. And maybe we can have. Maybe this can be a cinematic universe where
Tim is
this.
this is where
this
Tim,
is the fire where Tim.
So we're in the woods, and then there's a forest fire warning that Tim caused.
Yeah.
So we have to get away
but not
from the forest
Tim Cook
fire.
from this movie. Tim
Yeah,
from the other movie.
Not Tim Cook. Tim. Just
Tim from Take My Breath Away. Parentheses with fire.
So Tim. Full name Tim.
Tim.
He's our villain of the movie.
Tim Sahur.
Tim.
Does he wear Tim's?
Tim. Where's Tim's? He has a T-shirt that says Tim. He has a hat that says Tim, and his pants just, you know, like the pattern.
Tim
on the-
Tim Sahur.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I said that already. Sorry, you're a little late. You're a little late to the party.
Did you guys
made it
watch?
even better.
Wait, did you guys
That
watch
was great.
Word World when you were kids?
Oh, I watched
What
some Word World.
Okay,
I
so
watched some
everything in
Word
Word World's made out of the word that they are.
Yeah.
Tim is just 3 big letters. Tim is Tim.
Wait, is this Tim from Take Your Breath Away or Tim?
Oh, well,
It's his evil brother.
Yeah, so evil brother. Well, Tim from Take Your Breath Away in parentheses with fire.
I
He's
thought-
a normal guy.
Yeah, he's played
At
by
the end
Tim
of
Cook.
The movie, the Frankenstein turns him into Word World Tim. Tim.
Oh,
Now, that is the villain of Bunk's type movie.
of
Camp
bunk
Jaren.
type camp.
I feel like every summer camp and just like Camp Jaren needs a monster.
Uh huh.
The monster is actually the Burger King, and he lurks in the shadows of
The Burger
woods.
King.
Wait, are the
Plain
Burger King
or Sneak King? Like the from the commercials.
are
Which
the Burger King?
Both.
Are
Plain
the
Burger King.
Burger
No, both. They hang out.
They're in cahoots.
No. Are the Burger King guy and Tim at the end of Take My Breath Away in parentheses with fire in cahoots?
Burger King guy is like evil Nick Fury. He recruits TIM.
Word World Tim.
Word World Tim. He recruits
Yeah.
him
Okay.
for his evil monster Camp Jaren haunting team.
Wait, so is Big Shoe also? So we've got Big Shoe. Big Shoe with his, but the Billion Lions got defeated, right?
Well, Burger King guy is as Big Shoe's direct underling.
oh, so Big Shoe is in charge.
Big Shoe's the head honcho.
That makes sense to me.
He's like the guy from
Yes,
Team
we have,
Rocket.
we have
with
both.
the cat.
So we have Big Shoe and both Burger Kings.
Yeah, Big Shoe and both Burger Kings.
And both Burger Kings are actually rivals. They're not friends. There's East Side Burger King and West Side Burger King. It's like
it's like
Like
how
Guardians of the
they're
Galaxy with
like they're in
West
the
Side Nebula.
they're in the same company, but they're always trying to outperform each other, even though they're working on the same thing.
yeah, it's
Yes,
Burger
yes,
King,
yes.
Burger King Shakur and the notorious Burger.
Okay, I'm with it.
The one who wants a water.
Yeah, I'm
Hard R Burger King and
okay. So we've got Burger King.
Burger King and Burger King. Get that burger off the plane.
Okay,
So we
so
got Burger King and Burger King, and
so
they're like
so wait is so like we have in Marvel, right? There's all these movies, and then the first Avengers.
Yes,
Is
yes.
this the first Avengers? This bunked type
Camp
movie?
Jaren is the Avengers of our
Okay, so Camp Jaren is where all the protagonists,
fight
right?
Victorian child.
So Trollalero Trollal is Victorian Child a villain or a hero?
He did destroy the whole world and cause nuclear fallout.
I feel like we can't introduce Victorian Child in this movie then.
Yeah, he'll be.
He's
he'll
kind
be,
of like-
He's like Thanos.
He's like the that's a good
He's
idea.
at the very end of the movie. He says, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And then he drinks a bunch of Monster Energies that Rodney Sacks gave to him.
Okay, so Rodney Sacks is the camp director
Yes, he is.
before he learns time travel.
Before he masters it,
Yeah.
he still has like an idea of how to do it. He just doesn't know.
Yeah,
exactly.
he doesn't know how to go back in time to
So this is
Victorian.
before we even met Victorian Child. Victorian
Yeah.
Child is still
in Victorian ages.
yeah.
Not
No
yet
monsters, no
not yet
steroids.
roided up.
just going about his business.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Fighting
Getting diarrhea.
polio and whatever.
Yeah.
You know, dysentery.
yeah. Dies of dysentery. Okay,
The monster actually saved his life. He had dysentery at the time. The monster,
which is
acted as-
why Rodney Sacks is
Hey, that's
actually a
That's a fair
villain.
point. There's no way that a monster is going to kill a Victorian kid. He has
Yeah.
dysentery and he's just thugging it out. He's
Yeah.
like, oh well, shoot.
he survived the plague. I feel like he could do a lot.
It's fine. Okay, anyways. So in this movie we have I think that Promny
I
Man.
believe so.
No, I think that Promny Man has to be in our bunked type movie.
After he ran away from the conquest,
Yeah.
he ran away because pedophiles are scary.
Yeah.
So he ran away.
Trollalero Trolala is in this movie.
Mhm.
Who else?
So obviously the whole cast of Camp Jaren.
Yeah, which is, do we have the Benjamin Button type character?
No, he's still space. He's the
he
big
is
bang.
space. That's
So
right.
he
But can
became
we have
omnipotent.
have Patrick Warbuckle or whatever?
So Patrick Warbuckle, he's narrating all of the Avengers.
What's
and then we
his
see at the very
name?
end, Patrick Warburton.
Yeah,
Well, I
Warburton.
like Warbuckle a lot more.
It's Patrick Warburton, but with a WWE belt.
Patrick Warbuckle.
Patrolini Warbuccolini.
Yes.
He is helping with the search for the fourth shoe that Big Shoe is also trying to find.
Well, no, I think that the fourth shoe's already been found.
By Charlie.
It's kind of the big shoe is kind of like the Tesseract, you know?
Oh,
how it
yes,
just
yes.
keeps coming back.
Because it secretly has a sock in it.
And then the Victorian child, at the very end of our universe, he finds this shoe of sorts.
Yeah.
He puts it on his hand. It becomes a gauntlet.
Oh. Oh, okay. It's the sock puppet from the video that me and Ollie did. It's our sleep and study project sock puppet.
Did we get a good grade on that?
I don't know. He hasn't graded it yet.
Oh, shocker.
Mr. Bertrand, if you're listening, you can kiss my butt. butt.
Kiss my behind.
Kiss my tushy.
Kiss my hiney.
Tiny.
Okay, wait. So we've got. I feel like we've got a J type. So we've got a J type character. We've got a Jaren type character, a Brad type character, an Ollie type character. Tralalero chalala.
Wait, do we find
But
out the
we're not
casting for us
acting
for?
yet.
Yeah, who's the casting for us for?
We're the directors.
Yeah,
we're
I
the
think
writers.
that Chris Pratt has to play at least 3 of them,
Yeah.
and then Jack Black can be. Okay,
Jack
who
Black
gets to
is
be
our
Jack?
Brad-
It's like super bad where the writers cast people that look exactly
Ollie
like
is
them
losing
to play
it.
themselves.
So Michael Cera plays Brad, and the rest of us are Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Wait, no. I want if no one is. Wait, can Jack Black be Tralalero chalala?
Jack Black
Yeah,
plays.
he can voice Tralalelo Tralala.
I like this. Like this.
Do you guys know that Italian brain rot is mostly like anti-Muslim stuff?
What?
Really?
I was reading the wiki.
Crocodilo hates Muslims.
That's the main one. That means like bombing kids in Gaza or something.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's insane.
Bombadillo
Is Big Shoe the good guy
Crocodilo?
here? Wait, is Big Shoe the good guy here? Hold on.
Secretly? Oh my gosh.
The 1 billion lion army.
Tralalero Tralala, and then it's like Pogodila Pokoala.
Yeah, it's all like.
Because
I don't know.
It's
Allah
hate
is
I
speech.
like
don't know like
the
which
god
is what, but I
in
know that one.
Muslim.
But yeah, it's all like mostly. It's pretty sick.
So
That's
the twist of that movie is
interesting.
that Big
It's funny
Shoe's
either
the
way.
good guy.
If you don't look at that meaning behind it, it's funny.
Yeah, if you choose to ignore the racism, really hilarious.
the benefits of racism. Okay, never mind.
Okay, wait. So this is our final movie. We've got to make it good.
Of being ignorant.
Okay,
All
so
right, so
Tralalero Chalala, voiced by Jack Black.
obviously,
We've got Chris Pratt playing
most of us.
J type character, Ollie type character, and Jaren type character, with Michael Cera playing a Brad type character.
Obviously.
Who else? Tim from Take My Breath Away in parentheses with Fire is a villain
Obviously.
working with Big
He's
Shoe.
Word World.
He's
now.
yeah. And
Yeah,
he is-
Word
He got
World.
transformed by Dr.
He's
Frankenstein.
voiced
Word-
by Robert De Niro while he's Tim.
Yeah.
But while he's Tim, he's just a normal guy.
Can we have?
He's just some guy
Played
off
by
the
Steve
street.
Buscemi.
And we've. Oh wait, Promny Man is in camp
Is
too.
that me in that picture?
It's a possibility.
Where?
In
Probably.
this Pigpen picture with my band on it.
Probably.
Is that me?
I don't know. I've never looked
Yeah.
at it.
That's my guitar and my hands.
But
Do
that
you
was
think-
before the what?
Do you think that we can
I
get?
don't know. Sorry, really random. It just-
Do you think that we can get a Tim Cook? Like who?
character?
I don't know if I want a Tim Cook type character
We
or
get
if I
Tim
just
Cook
want
on the podcast.
if I just want Tim Cook. Hey, by the way,
Rodney Sacks-
I'm
wait,
like
Jared, is
30
Rodney
seconds
Sa-
away from starting to email celebrities and being like, "Come on my podcast. I'm very famous."
Is Rodney Sacks still alive?
That's the question.
That's the question. Look it up, Jared.
I'll look it up
Viewers
right
are
now.
desperate to know.
The viewers need to know.
Is Rodney?
Dude, guys, Ty got his van.
Oh, did
Who's
he?
he?
It's
Is Rodney
check
Sacks
out the floor.
still?
Yo!
I know it's
Hold
tough
on.
as nails.
Is a Ty type character with his van gonna be in Camp Jaren?
Yes.
Because he has the
He's the
coolest
bus
van.
driver.
Ty's
He organizes the field trips for Camp Jaren.
Which happened to be the big battles.
Okay, so Rodney
Also,
Sacks.
I just finished the Edge.
Heck yes.
Is
Brad
this
type
South-
character?
Rodney Sacks. It's Rodney Cyril Sacks, born 1949 or 1950. They're not
Oh my
quite sure on
goodness,
that one.
How did he make Monster? He's like $1 million.
He's a billionaire, a South African billionaire,
He's from South
There's
Africa.
a lot of South African billionaires.
There's one.
Yeah, it's
and it's Rodney Sacks.
No, there's a lot, right?
Isn't Elon Musk from South Africa?
Yeah.
yeah.
What the
His
freak?
heart goes out to no one.
Yeah,
They're all
'Kay.
white, too, isn't that
yeah.
weird?
This
Yeah.
is like a white
South
guy.
Africa is like populated by white people.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, it was occupied by white people or something like that. And then
Well, all of Africa was occupied by white people.
that's good. That's a great point.
So I think, as far as I can tell, Rodney Sacks is still alive. Yes.
Yes.
So we have like
can act in
100-year-old Rodney Sacks.
Yeah.
He's just
How old is he?
He's like
well, he's
70.
born in the 40s.
No, 50. 49 or 50.
Okay, no one knows when he was actually
Yeah,
born.
so
It's
he's
a
like
mystery.
80.
They're not quite sure.
And the whole point of this movie is to find out the birthday of.
No. So I think that What's Big Shoe's like evil scheme this time?
Is Big Shoe evil? Is the big question because we found out that the brainrot characters are not good guys.
Well, he commanded lions, and lions are inherently evil.
That's true. A pride of lions. That's one of the 7 deadly sins. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Big Shoe's still technically evil.
But he is fighting against evil beings.
It's less of a fight of good and evil. It's a fight of bad and worse.
That's true. That's true.
Like in Justice League.
Like in most wars.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Like in the Justice League.
It's like in Civil War.
But they're both good in Civil
But they're
War.
good guys. in
No.
Civil War.
Is the
They're
Justice
bad.
League bad guys?
What?
You said the Justice League because they're bad guys. The Justice League are good guys. What are you saying?
I meant the Suicide Squad.
Oh,
There you go.
the
Okay.
Justice League's like
Guys, this
Best.
episode's already really long. We have to.
Alright.
So Big Shoe, what's his plan?
Big Shoe. He wants to find the 4th shoe that Tralala already found.
But
He
that's
wants to steal it.
we already used that
That's a
plot
good point. That's a good point.
We can't use that in. We can use that at like the
Tralala
end.
Tralala is dead.
He was killed by Big Shoe.
Big Shoe won.
A huge sacrifice. All right. So Big Shoe,
Like
he
in
wants to
Infinity
find
War.
the CPR dummy and ask him where Dr. Frankenstein is so he can reanimate most of his lion army.
Wait. What's he using to reanimate the lion army?
So he has the CPR dummy that Dr. Frankenstein turned to be alive, which is now Frankenstein is the dummy's monster. He wants to find Frankenstein to make his lion army alive again because they're mostly dead. So he wants to reanimate most of them.
Okay.
And
Wait, sorry, I keep getting distracted.
you want me to say it one more time?
Yes.
Okay, so CPR dummy.
Oh, CPR dummy is the thing that's gonna
CPR
be-
dummy's dad is Frankenstein. We know
Oh,
this.
okay.
So Big Shoe.
I know this.
I know this.
I know this. I know this is happening.
So Big Shoe's coming in and wants to find CPR dummy because CPR
Yeah.
dummy dad.
Yeah, can reanimate the dead. That's right.
Yeah, all the lions, like 500 million lions are dead.
Wait, so CPR dummy is in Camp Jaren.
Yes. CPR
Right?
dummy. Yeah, that because CPR dummy is running away from Tim because Tim's
Yeah.
scary dude. He's letters now.
He's letters now. I can't spell. Neither can you. So that's scary.
Exactly.
We should go
So-
play Frisbee after this.
You definitely should.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're playing Frisbee tonight. You guys are invited.
Anyways, continuing.
All right, so Camp Jaren is our ragtag group of heroes.
Yes.
And we
Ragtag
are
team of the
fighting
Liddy Titty.
Justice J and the ragtag team of the Liddy Titty. Will is here somewhere. He's begging for that name.
Okay.
And we are fighting against Big Shoe and his lions.
Yeah.
But,
Because he only has 500 million lions.
and Rodney Sacks is fueling us.
Because
Tralaleo Tralala killed half
Guys,
of the
we
lions.
Yeah,
Killed-
his big sacrifice, he
We
blew
should
up.
actually put in some time and like animate this movie.
Animate.
if we,
I can't
if,
animate.
if anyone wants to,
Yeah, we will pay you $1 each for this
For
movie.
each scene, we will pay $1.
Me and Brad made bank last night. We made $20 each, so we can cover the cost.
My legs have fallen asleep and they're like super tingly and I can't actually feel.
okay. So I guess that's a good time to wrap this up then.
All right, cool.
If you want to see, if you're an animator and you can animate even at all, like
Yeah, do not
Or
have
we
to be
could just
good.
do it live action.
we want.
Who's gonna?
We want some we will do some live action. We will do some animated.
We need to talk about
We
this,
will
yeah.
create a trailer for this movie if someone can help us with the animated
Yeah,
part.
we need a budget.
We need a budget.
All right,
Okay.
that was awesome. Thank you for having me, Jaron.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, Ollie, for coming in halfway.
Thank you for letting me invite myself.
Yeah, of course. Brad, thank you for painting that cool poster.
Mhm. Thank
Yeah.
you for helping with all our movies.
I'll post a picture when I ask her.
Yeah, that's a good
Deal.
plan.
All right.
And so if we get, here's the deal, okay? If we get we'll put a post on the Instagram.
If 100 people listen to this episode,
If we get, when you listen to this, you have to like it.
mm-hmm.
And if we get 100 likes
we
by
will,
next month,
we will get a trailer out.
we will get a trailer for this Bunks type movie, Camp Jaren.
Camp Jaron Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. So if you want to see that, make sure you go like the post on our Instagram.
Like this up.
Thank you so much. for that.
Booyah.
It'll be on the podcast account. Maybe we can get Ollie and Brad on their accounts to, put it in. But point is, we'll see you all in a few weeks. Thank you all so much for listening.
Bye.
And as we like to say, of course, to end every episode of this hilarious podcast, you guys all know, right?
Oh, yeah.
You don't know, Jay?
I've watched one episode of the podcast, and I've skipped the ending because I was bored.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you're not going to skip this one. As we like to say to end every episode, why don't you give Ollie your microphone? Because he knows how we end every episode.
What?
You were there.
You were there when it was
Asparagus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Asparagus!